What's up, guys? Matthew Chelsea, it's Matthew Chelsea, Professor back on our video today. We're reacting to Jesse V scary stuff.
A cool and cute skull necklace, as you can see. Is that it took him up to 8 weeks to finish just one picture. Each picture was filled with various characters doing tons of entertaining things. Some of the spreads contained upwards of 3,000 to 4,000 tiny figures. And obviously that would take someone a very, very long time to create, as I said. The first Where's Waldo book was published in the UK in 1987 by Walter Books. Now it was actually called Where's Wally because depending on where you live, Waldo's name changes, which I find odd but fascinating. And these books have been so popular over the years. Over 50 million copies have sold and they're still selling today. So let's get into some really weird and strange facts. In 2011, a crowd of 3,872 people in Dublin, Ireland broke the record for the largest gathering of people dressed as Waldo. So almost 4,000 people dressed up as Waldo and got into a crowd. That's crazy. The next fact that really shocks people is that Where's Waldo is banned in a lot of libraries around the world, actually. There was this one page in a book that he illustrated where it was like a beach scene. And if you looked closely at this page, some kids found that there was a nude sunbather lying on the beach and everyone was like, wait, what? So this book was banned in numerous countries and places around the world. But it has now been reprinted and redrawn to make sure there isn't a nude person on the beach. But like, why would he do that? Like, come on, it's a kid's book. The next interesting and kind of creepy fact is that you can find Where's Waldo on Google Maps. In 2008, an artist named Melanie Coles created a viral game called Where on Earth is Waldo? She basically painted a 55-foot version of Waldo and hid it somewhere. She ended up putting it on a rooftop in Vancouver, and she encouraged people to try and find it via Google Earth, which would take a very long time if you didn't have any clues. But it was crazy because normally you try and find Waldo in a book, but all of a sudden it was actually like, Where's Waldo on Earth where we live? The next weird fact is that Where's Waldo has an enemy. I know, right? His sworn enemy is the nearly identical man named Oddlaw. So that's Waldo spelled backwards. And I believe he's wearing yellow stripes instead of red stripes. So it's almost like his alter ego, like the opposite of him. It says Oddlaw hails from Maine, where he lives in a swamp with other Oddlaws. And apparently the reason why they are enemies is because Oddlaw keeps wanting to steal Waldo's walking stick. I don't know why he wants it. I guess he just wants to be just like Waldo. But they have beef, and I did not know that before. So let's move on to some of the weird and creepy things that people have found in his illustrations. Some of these things kids were just so surprised to find while they were reading this book. Well, not reading the book. Looking at the book, I guess, the picture book. The first thing people found was a human sacrifice. It says when he wanted to, Martin took off the kid gloves and decided to give this book historical accuracy. So he wanted this to be as realistic as possible for some reason. So people were kind of disturbed by this one. The next thing people found is people being tortured at a museum. This is one of the most bizarre scenes that he has done. These poor people are imprisoned at the museum. And not only are they an exhibit, but their long white beards imply that they've been a part of the museum for a long, long time. So people are just watching them being like attached to these medieval machine devices. And no one knows why he decided to include this in the book, but it's there. The next thing is the exploding muscle. So this illustrator, Martin, is known for making like paintings come alive in his Where's Waldo illustrations. But this one went out of the ground, and it makes you wonder. of Waldo and hid it somewhere. She ended up putting it on a rooftop in Vancouver, and she encouraged people to try and find it via Google Earth, which would take a very long time if you didn't have any clues. But it was crazy because normally you try and find Waldo in a book, but all of a sudden it was actually like, where's Waldo on Earth where we live? The next weird fact is that Where's Waldo has an enemy. I know, right? His sworn enemy is the nearly identical man named Oddlaw. So that's Waldo spelled backwards. And I believe he's wearing yellow stripes instead of red stripes. So it's almost like his alter ego, like the opposite of him. It says Oddlaw hails from Maine, where he lives in a swamp with other Oddlaws. And apparently the reason why they are enemies is because Oddlaw keeps wanting to steal Waldo's walking stick. I don't know why he wants it. I guess he just wants to be just like Waldo. But they have beef, and I did not know that before. So let's move on to some of the weird and creepy things that people have found in his illustrations. Some of these things kids were just so surprised to find. Long white beards imply that they've been a part of the museum for a long, long time. So people are just watching them being like attached to these medieval machine devices. And no one knows why he decided to include this in the book, but it's there. The next thing is the exploding muscle. So this illustrator, Martin, is known for making like paintings come alive in his... So like it just shows this lady just like watches and smiles and doesn't really care. But this is like a man-eating plant that they have at this, I don't know, farmer's market or something. Next we have the oncoming train. This oncoming train is about to obliterate a sleeping railroad worker and a family who is trying to fix their car on the tracks. So this train is coming even though there's people everywhere still, so it's kind of dark. Then we have a human zoo with animal visitors. This reverse zoo that has the humans fenced in while the animals stare at them was a little bit strange to people, but you know, I think he likes doing opposites. Then we have the broken ride. This malfunctioning ride is sending this person flying to their death, and it's headed directly towards a boy who is floating in the sky, so this scene is just very tragic. Then we have just an odd one. It's the reverse mermaid. This reverse mermaid swimming along with the fish top and a human bottom is very strange, and like I said, he likes to do opposites, and yeah, people found that one. So before I get going, I just wanted to talk about a Where's Waldo creepypasta. It's basically about this girl who went to a public library to buy a Where's Waldo book. Well, I guess you rent, you don't buy in a library, right? When she went over to the shelf that supposedly had the Where's Waldo book, she noticed they were all taken out. So she walked up to the library and asked how she could still get one. It says the librarian instantly got this worried look on her face, but she went over, opened a safe on the wall, and took out a book. So for some reason, she had this Where's Waldo book locked away in a wall. It says she took it home and wanted to read it right away. Now, the first page that she opened up this book, it was an image of Waldo, but he didn't look like his normal self. It looked like he was just sad, like about to cry. And when she turned to the next page, it was a satellite view of her town. And written on the page, it said, "Where's Waldo? He's in your town." She turned to the next page, and it was a bird's eye view of her neighborhood. Then it says, "Where's Waldo? He's on your block." She turned the page, and it was a picture of her street that she lived on. And it says, "Where's Waldo? He's on your street." She turned the page again, and it was a picture of the front door of her house. And it said, "Where's Waldo? He's at your door." Instantly, she heard a loud knocking in real life on her door downstairs, but she thought, hey, it might just be a coincidence. She turned the page again, and it was a bright picture of her kitchen. And it said, "Where's Waldo? He's in your refrigerator." So she walked downstairs to her kitchen. The fridge doors were open. There was food all over the ground. So then she flipped to the very last page of the book, and it showed her exactly as she was standing, but her back was facing the book's page, and all it said was, "Guess where Waldo is now." So he was behind her. I don't know, I found that just so creepy. Like, imagine actually being in that experience. No. Anyways, so guys, those are all of the creepy and weird and history of Where's Waldo. If I missed any cool facts, definitely comment them down below. And if you would like to get your Christmas mystery box, that is linked down below in the description. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, it's Jessie V, and yes, I am still wearing my Star Wars shirt. So, last week we talked about the Smiling Man, which is a supernatural entity, and you guys really seemed to enjoy that video, and you were asking for me to talk about some more supernatural entities. So today I thought I would talk about the Hat Man, which already sounds really creepy. But what's interesting is that since I opened my Jessie V stories at outlook.com for you guys to send your true and scary stories to, a lot of you guys actually sent me stories of you guys seeing this Hat Man, which, like, that's scary. I feel bad for you guys. So I thought that for the people who don't know what the Hat Man is, we can kind of talk about the history of him today, and hopefully I don't give you nightmares, because honestly, this one person tweeted me the other day and I felt so bad. They told me that after watching my Smiling Man video, they couldn't sleep at night and they actually had to sleep in their mom and dad's room, and I felt so bad. Like, I never want to give you guys nightmares. But anyways, before I start talking about the Hat Man, I just wanted to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Corked. So in case you did not know, Corked is a portable aromatherapy device that diffuses unique blends of vitamins and essential oils. This is sort of like a new approach to aromatherapy. So they sent me this cute little box full of their essential oils. And I just gotta say, when I first opened this box, I was so impressed because inside just looked so cute. So as you can see, I have all of the little essential oils here, and there's literally little cork pieces all inside of it. It just looks so nice to begin with. All of their blends are made of natural ingredients. So there's tons of vitamins inside, minerals. And it's just a good with respiratory congestion, so if you have a stuffy nose or if you have a sore back, this really helps. The next one is called Trance, and this has nerve-soothing antidepressant qualities and basically helps you fall asleep and have really great dreams. And lastly, we have Meditate, which also helps a person that has been found all
Papa Baby.
and the creepy ways that it's used in modern day. So yeah, that is what today's video is about. Just a little reminder before we get started that I do still have the new Jessie V mystery boxes in time for Christmas. So we have 3 sizes. We have the Magic Mini, the Mystical Medium, and the Galactic Giant. So all the things you see in these example photos aren't exactly what you're gonna get. They're just sort of examples, like I said. Each box is going to be totally individual, totally different. It's full of like magical things that are weird. If anyone is curious, it says, after discovering look like that carved smiley face like in the movie. So she tried to run because she was terrified, obviously, but he grabbed her arm. He then said to her, "Do you want death or a smiley face?" She didn't know what that meant. Hey guys, it's Jessie. It's Jessie V, and I have some major butterfly vibes going on. Look at this.